And we're live. Welcome to Sweetcast, everyone. It's Clint. I got to turn my audio up so I can hear myself. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Monday night. Monday night stream. It feels like we've been streaming a lot. I don't know. I don't know how often I've been streaming, but it's been an awful lot over the past 2 months, which is part of the gig. So I don't know. I'm trying to collect information and figure out what is the best use of time during a campaign. Try to streamline things, optimize. That's the right word. I still don't know the answers, but we're working it out. I will figure it out. In the meantime, though, we're getting back to regularly scheduled streams. That means the plan is to stream once a week. However, I think I'm going to change it. I think I'm going to switch it up. Oh, excuse me. It's because there's so many people streaming on Monday nights. And it might be nice to just change it for no other reason than to just try another night for a little while. And I could always move it back to Monday, but we'll see. So I think I'm going to try Thursday nights for streaming. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do it this Thursday night, but I am definitely doing it next Thursday night, and we'll go with that. So that's the plan going forward. But tonight we're here, we're streaming. I'm not going to be pushing quite as hard, but Fatal is in demand, so we'll still look at that. We're still gonna be promoting it, but we're definitely in production mode, and I think it'd be kind of fun to sort of update you guys on production as we go throughout the campaign. So that's the other thing. Also, with when I was doing more streaming, there's some advantages to it, but there are also some disadvantages. The nice thing is when you have got a campaign running, if you're live, it's a good way to get people on the spot, like, hey, let's push this thing over the mark, but at the same time, it's really bad for your channel growth. It's terrible for your channel growth to be streaming so often, and usually I would delete my streams. I haven't been, because we've been promoting a book, so I'm gonna move back down and I'm gonna try and really push the channel growth, and I want to get us up and over 6,000 subscribers on YouTube and beyond. So I think that'll be good. It'll make for a healthier YouTube channel, which is the basis of everything. And Charlie's here. How's it going, Charlie?
What up? I just saw it popped up. You have a secret agenda for comics? That is a very tantalizing beginning.
Great clickbait, huh? Yeah, we'll talk about it if you. Nah, it's not that secret, but it's a great title, I think.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I gotta say, Sunday I slept, like Saturday night I slept really well because we were up so late anyway, and then Sunday was very restful. I'm feeling pretty good today. How about you?
Excellent. Your video. You did make a video Sunday, and you sounded utterly exhausted.
Oh, I did it in the morning, but yeah. I took another nap Sunday, and yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good today.
Very good. Good to hear.
We were up so late. It's crazy. Past 3 a.m. for you, huh? I think.
Yeah, and then I didn't fall asleep until 5:30 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody, talk and be excited and then say goodnight, everybody, and then just walk into another room and go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's always got to be some sort of deceleration into the some other room, and then eat something, and maybe take a shower, and then slowly bring it in for a landing.
But, yeah, you got to wind down.
Nobody comes home from work, pulls their car in the driveway, walks in the house, and goes to sleep.
That's true.
That's kind of the way it goes.
It's true. Yeah. So it was good though. That last Saturday was just, it was great. It was just wild because you never know like how it's gonna go. But especially being on Dan Fraga's stream, he's such a good hype man too.
He's fantastic, man.
He did such a good job. It's kind of like getting celebrity endorsement, when you have another third party artist that's like, yeah, and this is great, and his own spin or whatever. That it helps a lot for sure.
Yeah, man. Everybody was excited. It's a party to close out sort of feel. You know, it's sort of, I don't know, it's like when you're at a bar and somebody's got to get on an airplane, but you keep drinking or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, don't get on your plane yet. Have another shot. It'll make your flight all the better.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
I know we had a couple backers that backed like 3 additional times on Saturday.
Really?
So that was really, really kind. Yeah. But I don't know. It was just cool to see names coming in. I'm like, I know we've got some people out there that really want us to succeed. So that was great.
Very nice indeed.
I sent out the email. I don't know if I did the BCC to everybody. So I'm not doxing people, but all the people that got drawn into the book, I asked for reference photos from them because I figure that's probably high priority. So we have reference photos and where they're going to be drawn in. That's kind of where we're at. So we should be getting those pretty soon from people. I know I can't remember who it was. Somebody already had sent an email. Whoever wanted to flirt with Moxie, he'd already sent references. So I have those ones for sure.
Okay, excellent.
And then I just got some more maybe 20 minutes ago from another backer. So nice. That's gonna be fun to have backers in the book. Yeah. So next,
I have the page where Moxie's flirting. It's roughed. It's sketched together. So when we get that, I'll be able to finish that page.
Nice. You just have to get the guy in there. Yeah. So I've got references. I'll get them over to you for him, and then I'll have another one. We'll get the others shortly. It should be fun. Yeah. So production mode now, like this is my 3rd time around. It's nice because I already know like some of the extras pages and things like that. I want to start getting those together, like sketch and development pages, or at least planned out, how that's all going to work. And then of course, writing, I don't know, there's a ton to do now, but it's definitely a bit of a gear shift. So I don't know. It's a fun stage though. I got to say hello to the chat. Sorry guys, I'm a little late. Paul Riley's here. Hey. Aura is here. Hey, and congratulations. Thank you very much. Fan is here. Grats on Fatal. Thank you. Aaron Olson saying once a week, not every night for streaming. Yeah. I'm going to be leaning into videos. I'm going to grow this channel. It's been one thing that has been reiterated to me is that we're going to shoot for the moon. I need a bigger YouTube channel. So I want to really focus and move into growth mode. So yeah, live streams about once a week. Let's see. DLA, didn't Clint just say yesterday he was cutting down on streaming? Yeah, well, it's Monday, so this is right. I'm trying to get back on track here for regular streams. Let's see. You glad I caught a stream? I'm not a donator, but I click like a lot. I appreciate that. The like is helpful. You need a separate sweet stream channel. I could do that.
Well, that's one way to do it.
There's some people that do it. Problem is you'd have to get that one. You'd have to really get people to go to it. It'd be hard to get it built up. I'd have to get it monetized and all that stuff again. And that is a pain. I've already got this one monetized, so I'd kind of rather be here. Let's see. Ara says, Charlie.
What up, Ara?
I borrow ideas. Said, learn about Clint's secret agenda by backing Fatal. Hey, he gets it. I borrow ideas, knows what's going on.
The secret agenda of delivering incredible badass comics with explosions and action and fun. Instead of the agenda is no agenda, as far as I can tell.
That's right. Well, we'll look at maybe some agenda in comics here. It's not really my agenda, but my agenda is we're gonna laugh at some stuff. So we'll look at that.
That's a good agenda.
Replicators here. just to tell us this is as exciting as book plates. That he is excited. Rob, I got to tell you, man, you were wrong about book plates.
Yeah.
You're so wrong. Like it was the best idea. And on that was one thing too, is that on Dan Fraga's stream, he was really pushing the book plates, and all those backers we were getting, they were back in that $100 tier, you know, not all of them, but many of them were. People like the book plates. So yeah, I'm totally gonna do it again. Eric, you guys have the link, by the way. Eric says this stream is more exciting than mohawks. Changed my mind. Those sound like fighting words. We'll find out though if Eric and Rob get in here.
Is Eric sitting at the table with the banner in front of it? Who's that guy? Who's that YouTuber? Crowder.
Banner. Oh, Steven Crowder.
Man,
oh, he changed my mind.
Mohawks. Change my mind.
He could go. He's sitting at some SJW campus somewhere. Yeah, talking about mohawks. Mohawks seem to always be somewhere, though. They're always at the edges of society. They don't really fully go out of style.
And yet it's a fan favorite. There's nobody you would ask that would say, do you like mohawks? And nobody would say, I hate mohawks.
I know.
Damn it. Get away from me with mohawks. If I see somebody with a mohawk, I say, get out of my face.
Yeah.
And
it's always like,
I'd be right there.
I know, me too. There's always a little respect when you see a good mohawk. That's how I feel anyway.
How about that?
Yeah, man.
You've got something. But yet, and at the same time, everybody loves them. Nobody's doing them.
Yeah, except Rob. Currently, except Rob.
Yeah, yeah. And if he could really cultivate it, and if you're gonna really commit and go with the full spike all the way up to the top, that takes some work. Do you know anybody that's ever done that? The full fan that goes all the way up there. I had the old timey thing
where they're putting like egg whites in it or whatever to keep it stiff. I've had some friends in high school that did that. I don't understand it.
Is that RJ? RJ, what's up, RJ?
The fourth age. I know. I had to highlight it. Big fan.
Yeah, absolutely. I listen to his channel all the time.
We gotta cross stream sometime. That would be fun.
Yeah, I've never actually seen him on a stream. He does his video, and it's so insightful and incredible. But I've never heard him chit chat on a stream. Yeah, come on if you're around. Come talk to us.
And I did say I was going to do a little bit of an open mic in this stream too. So I think I'll put the link out in the chat. I started to do that on Saturday, and it was kind of cool to get a couple people in, but it didn't last very long. So I think tonight we'll open up some time too. I'll pop it in. If you're interested, if you want to promote a book, that's cool. Like shameless plugs. We won't, discourage that. That's cool. If you just want to say hi, if you want to share an opinion or whatever, we'll kind of do it how I kind of want to just copy how Peter Smetty does it a little bit, and just set a little timer, give you a time limit, and we'll see how many people come through, and it could be fun.
Is that what Peter does? He sets a timer?
Yeah. Timey Tim. He's got a little timer, like an egg timer.
Oh, that's right. I got it. That's hilarious. I didn't realize that's what that was. That's very funny.
Just to keep his streams to a certain length.
But that's brutal. That's brutally and go.
It's good for practicing your pitch, I guess. If you're got a book out there and you want to pitch it, you got to be quick anyway, so it'll probably be good. Luis Ledesma. I hope I said that right. Ledesma. Oh man.
Or Ledesma.
I'll go whatever. Luis for $2. Thank you very much. Says stream on Sweet Stream, then clips of stream here. I could do that. Another option could be I could do live streams here, and then take them down after they're done. Like that's not a big deal. And then I could move the archives to a Sweet Stream YouTube channel. It's just sort of an archive site if you want to watch them later. Then I get the benefit of being monetized, and then we also have the benefit of having them archived. So
That's
that
clever.
could be an option too. Yeah.
Wow, that's excellent thinking. Very excellent. Yeah. And if you ever want to do, I think if this maybe is what Luis is saying, clip it and then put that, some 5-minute segment that you want out there as a Sweetcast video, send that out like that.
Yeah, Joe Rogan does that to, I think, good effect. He does that.
Tim Pool.
Oh, he does that too from his podcast. That's right. He does a podcast now.
Yeah, he has a Tim IRL in real life, and it's where they stream and chat long time, and then the clips go up the next day along with the stream, I guess in a separate place. Yes, Eric Weathers, thank you. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, ring the bell for notifications.
I'm gonna be really in growth mode. That's the plan. I'm gonna get real clickbaity with the video, with regular 10-minute videos. I'm shifting gears a little bit, and that might get us out to a whole new audience too, because I think Fatal can get to 100K. I think we got this. Fatty057 says, "Got your email, Clint." Ooh, does that mean that you're getting drawn into the book?
Nice.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Most excellent.
It's just draw me like one of your French girls. All right. I'm sure we can handle it. Maybe you're the one that emailed me back already. I haven't looked yet through it, but yeah, it should be fun. Growth mode. I think I'm big enough. Yeah.
When I see your dirty pictures, you put me into growth mode. How filthy! What dirty pictures.
K Manifesto. He's the one that has sent pictures. Thank you. Appreciate the support. We'll get it. You guys are gonna be. I think you'll like it. I have full confidence in Charlie. I don't have to do anything. Just get you the pictures. So should look good. Yeah, Eric. Long one. There's an LOL though. But if you can hop on, that's cool. All right. So getting into comics here. First off, Fatal. This stream is brought to you by Fatal. Check it out on Indiegogo if you haven't backed it yet. It's still in demand, so you can still help us to reach that 100K mark. 90K is the next step, and actually, I'm pretty pleased with how we ended off the campaign. We ended pretty strong, and we're really not very far away from 100K. It's totally doable while we're here in demand. So, yeah, help us get there. It'll be great. Let's see. So Hammerella is also up on Indiegogo. I just picked this one out. A lot of people are asking me to promote their books, and there's just so many. It's really hard to handle all my streaming time and get everybody on. I've already had Ryan Wynn on before, but I just wanted to point out his campaign as well is on Indiegogo. He needs a little bit of help reaching his $12,000 goal, but it's doable. He's really in striking distance. Here's another one, War Party. This is by Justin Murphy. He's reached out to me as well, and this campaign does look really, really nice. I can't remember who did this cover. I want to say it's Kanan White, but I know it's not. It's just a gorgeous cover.
Yeah, it's great looking.
Really cool, and the interiors look good too, if I remember correctly. That's all the art that they have. Yeah, I wish they had a little bit more. Let's see.
There's stuff on top there. There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
Hey, that does look good.
Does look good. These are interior. Very cool. Anyway, so I don't know a ton about it, but I'll put this out here and I'll post the link as well in the chat. We want to help indie creators grow and get their campaigns out there for sure. So we'll check back in on those. Another $2 super chat from Luis says, get a Flynn costume and do a recreation video in it. That would be fun. We already had one of those. It was great.
Yes.
One of the fan ones. That was fantastic. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about networking, because that's a thing that comes up a lot, networking in comics. And I don't know, we'll kind of just share some ideas. But also, did you see this? the Biden Victory Fund. They have a virtual comic panel. So if you want to go, you can join this for as low as $50. Your money will go to elect Biden, but you can hear from speakers like Mark Waid. Look at this lineup here. Mark Waid, Ron Mars, Greg Pak, Peter Krause, Heather Antos, Chris Sotomayor, Jamal Eigel, Jody Hauser, David Gallar, I don't know how to say his name, Andrew Dahlhaus, Becker, Caden, Rich, Duke. I don't know any of these people actually. Cullen Bunn, there's another one. Alex Sanchez, moderated by Bob Harris.
The only name I know up there is Mark Waid, and only
Mark
because
Waid.
of the lawsuit. I know nothing.
Wrong Mars, I think Heather Antos, Jamal Eigel. Those are the big standout ones. Cullen Bunn. For me, those are the
Are
ones
they
that
all
stand out.
writers? Are they all writers? Is that why I don't know those names?
I think Jamal Eigel's an artist. I think
Right.
they have. I think they've got a few. I'm so tempted because I want to see what they say, but the very least amount that you can see, you pay $50 and then you can get in on this virtual thing. So
What?
I'm like,
Good Lord,
$50. That's the least, or I could go up to 250 or 1,000 or 2,800. That's random. 5,600. I don't think I can bring myself to do it, but I am really curious though. I want to know what they talk about.
Wait, when is this?
Let's see. Yeah, your video conference. Yeah, when is this?
Is it November 5th or something?
Here we go. October 22nd. That's this week. It's just a few days away.
I have a prediction. They'll have less people there than any one of our average streams. They might as well.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Not only that, they might as well make it free, because it still wouldn't matter.
Yeah. This is a way.
There's something so rotten and staid and brittle about the way that they're going from the old world to the way everything's going to be done now. It seems like so many of them can't make the leap. Yeah,
and one of the strange things is that at the same time they'll say, "Oh, there's no politics in comics. There is no secret agenda in comics," and then at the same time it's like, "Hey, we're all," you know what I mean? It's weird.
There's our agenda. Yeah, there's their agenda. Your agenda is to laugh at them. Their agenda is to push politics in every direction and all the time. And I was trying to. Sunday had a big family day, family dinner, all that, and was trying to explain to my father that Mark Waid's lawyer was the same lawyer involved in the Ukraine scandal, who tweeted out to the world that they were going to attempt a coup. And I was trying to explain, this guy, Mark Waid, is a writer for Marvel, is in a lawsuit with the guy who I drew those 10 pages. Remember, Dad? I told you the Marine that I was doing 10 pages of a comic book for. He's taking that and yada, yada, yada. That's his lawyer. My father was saying, wait, and they both have the same name, too? Almost.
Oh.
It's so confusing and stupid.
Close enough for it to just be weird.
It's so bizarre. And I was trying to explain it to him, and he was just saying, well, wait, why would they, why would that guy from Marvel, Mark Waid, what does he care what the other guy does? No one knows. That's what they do. And I was trying, Clint, a while back, you were talking about how, maybe it was a year ago, you made the video about, what's that guy? He was the political guy who everybody uses his book, The Rules for Radicals.
Oh, yeah.
And you were, what's his name? Saul Alinsky. And
yeah.
I had always heard here and there about that stuff, and I'd heard the rules of sort of isolating your opponent and then a couple other things. And I never dawned on me, oh, that's through the culture, what they're doing. That's through the whole culture. That's cancel culture.
Yeah.
That's what it is. When they all attack, isolate the person, so they become sort of toxic, and nobody wants to. Oh, I heard they went after you. You're the. Oh, I better not retweet or like anything this person does. That's it. That's cancel culture. They've done it through the whole culture, and we're all wondering where it's come from. You were talking about it a year ago. I had never made the connection.
There's a thing called the Frankfurter School. Have you heard much about that?
It's where I get all the hot dogs that know how to draw go to the Frankfurter School.
I wish that's what it was. It's worth. I think you'd find it interesting. It's worth just search on YouTube. There are documentaries on YouTube free.
I think it's the Frankfurt School.
Is it Frankfurt School?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was okay. Regardless, yeah, that was eye opening to me as soon as I looked into that, because it's like, oh, all of this is deliberate, and that's why I think that they'll go to this convention. What do you think they're going to talk about? They're going to say, we've made strides in comic books to underline our agenda to be more inclusive. That's the kind of words they'll use. We're going to be more inclusive. We're trying to teach our audience how to be better people. We have this corner of media covered. We're doing our part, and at the same time, then they'll deny that there's any agenda. It's just funny.
There's no agenda, and we're inclusive except for 50% of the population. We hate them. Wait, what?
And could you imagine if you had this many creators working in comics that did the exact same virtual panel for Trump? Like, donate $50, come in, we're doing a panel, all the money goes to the Trump campaign. What? And they're working in comics. I'm not talking about like Ethan or your boy Zach or anybody working for Marvel and DC doing it. What would happen to them? Like, the backlash would be.
What happened to Ethan? It would be what happened to Ethan or Malin, or.
I'm sure, yes. It would be insane.
It's out.
I would say let's set one up, but I just don't care. It would just be for trolling. That would be the only reason. I just don't care. I really just want to make comics and laugh at this, but
yeah, no one. Yeah. I mean, it's so silly. Yeah, comic panel. What do they? Why is it even a thing? It's not connected. Why would they even do it? Is my question. They think they're important enough that they're going to move the needle? They're going to get people to go vote? No, they're not. I mean, these people are imbeciles. And not only that, what's it have to do? I mean, talk about what you were just saying reminded of the Fourth Age guy, RJ. He talked about that stuff. And I mean, it's so strange. Their creator or the lady in charge of content, Sana Amanat, she's connected through and through to the Democratic Party and pitches, and she's in charge of content. Why is that there? Why is that part of it? It's talk about a category error. You missed the point.
I know. I don't understand how they keep making positions too. Like at Kickstarter, they have a position just for it. If like at every company, they're starting to make positions where it's like, it's our outreach, it's our inclusion specialist or whatever. And they're like high paying positions too. They're right up next to the president's, big positions. And that's their job. It's just, they're in charge of, the indoctrination, I guess. I don't get it. Like, if it's symbolic or what they would actually do on a day-to-day basis, that would be really interesting to see. Like, just do like a job shadow, I just want to sit next to you for 8 hours and see what exactly you do.
Yeah. You Sweetcast needs a gatekeeper. And it'll be the Brad Pitt character from True Romance, who's just sitting on the couch with the honey bear bong. What? Yeah, you can come in.
Whatever. How did this guy get in here?
Yeah, you can go in. Or Stephen Wright. Remember Stephen Wright on the couch of Half Baked? He's just laying there the whole time. Give one to the dude.
Yeah.
What it cost for you to attend, Clint? K Manifesto says
$50 is general admission. So
Ooh,
if I want to pay,
is there another level?
it just goes up from there. So that's the minimum. I'm not really interested in donating, but I really want to see what they talk about. Could I record it though? Could I screen capture it, or would I get in trouble for that? I'd probably get in trouble, I think. Yeah, it would just make for a great video.
Pay for one, and then what's that called? Stream sniping.
Yeah, how much trouble would I get into? Would that be like a copyright? I don't know. Oh, here's the rules. I am a US citizen, lawfully admitted permanent resident. Okay.
That's not you.
This
Clint.
contribution is made from my own funds and not funds provided me to another person. I am at least 18 years old. I'm not a federal contractor. I mean, none of the I'm not breaking those rules, but that's just for attendance. They're not tax deductible. I don't know. I could take notes for sure, but I would love to record it is what I'd want to do, and just pull up clips,
and then yell at them.
If you had $50, would you attend? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out is it worth it?
No, K Manifesto, they could pay me to attend it. You couldn't pay me to sit through it.
I know. If I knew I could record it, if I could record it and make videos out of it, then we could all enjoy. Probably there'd be some good clips, but I'm afraid I'd get copyright stricken.
I mean, the only hope is that there'd be excellent cringe moments. But what is somebody going to make a good point? Oh, we love Biden. He inspires me.
What I expect is like Mark Waid would get up there and be like, as you know, I'm a victim of a lawsuit. I'm the target. I've become the target of a lawsuit and then, you know what I mean? And he would kind of go over that stuff. I fought for the minorities, and he'd kind of go over that kind of stuff. I am the white savior of the minorities.
I put a dagger in the heart of the great villain we all know is diversity in comics. And I really cost him. And then he sued me. Oh.
It's still, you can still donate to my GoFundMe. Anyway, I don't know if it would even be worth it or not, or if it would just be the driest thing ever. $50 equals Orange Man bad. That's what it would come down to.
You couldn't pay me. I would accept $500 to listen to it. I can't. I've been on. It would be the same as being on a conference call that I was just sitting there thinking, oh my God, these people, they have no bounce. They have no ideas. They just white extremists. Yeah, how much nonsense? Here's my question: How many hoaxes do those people believe? How many total hoaxes? And over the last few years, the Flying People hoax. They probably believe that without evidence that that judge is a serial rapist. What was his name?
Yeah.
All I could think of is Roland Katsuguri.
That's
Judge Roland Katsuguri. He was it. Wait, no, that's the wrong name.
Kavanaugh? You're talking about Kavanaugh? Yeah, a couple years ago. The same one. They're having a harder time this year, but now it's like, oh, the crack pipe in Hunter Biden's mouth was a Russian hoax. That's what it was. I can't
stop listening to that information. That each thing that comes out, I'm thinking, is this real? And they came out and said, this is real. And then the guy came out and said, I corroborated the other end of the emails. I sent those emails. That's the craziest stuff.
And then his lawyer went to the place, the tech help place, and even asked them, hey, can we get that laptop back? Do you still have the laptop? We want it back. So it's like himself.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
The lawyer, like, they wouldn't have asked for it if it wasn't his. They're not denying it at all. It's just, oh my gosh, it's so.
Thanks for confirmation. Now we know for sure.
Gosh.
As if but here's my question. As if the receipts and the corroborated emails weren't enough, the bumbling moron lawyer stumbles in and was he drunk too? Were they doing crack together?
Maybe it was Mark Zaid. Maybe he's also the lawyer. Well, that would be something.
It's too funny.
Yeah, Chimera for $5. Thank you very much. Says the amount of money I would pay to see Mark Waid's temper tantrum to Biden losing. You know what I really want to see is that 911 call. Do you guys remember way back in the day? Somebody, an ex-business partner of Mark Waid, said that they had a 911 call of them calling 911 because he was throwing a fit of physical tantrum inside of their comic book shop and like knocking shelves over and whatnot, screaming. I would love to hear that clip. That would be worth $50. I don't know though. They say somewhere out there in public record, according to the business partner or the business partner's wife or something, this came out. This was a couple years ago. They mentioned that it had happened. Right when the lawsuit was announced. I don't even remember who it was. I don't know, chat, if you can remember, help catch me up. It's been so long ago, but that was the big thing.
How does anyone get access to 911 recordings?
There's a request.
How was that ever released? It's so crazy.
There's some kind of request for information. You know, it's public record technically, but you have to go through some red tape. I don't even know. And I wouldn't even know which police department. Like it would.
You're
probably a reason why nobody's found it yet. But
you're a journalist, member of the media, a reporter. All you need is instead of whatever. What is this on your hat? Instead of that, you just need the little thing sticking up there that says press.
That's right.
And make your hat a fedora.
You can just make yourself a member of the press, right? There's no like governing body that says you're press. You can just say it. I have a YouTube channel. That counts. No, I think anyone.
You report.
I would just need to know which police
you
station.
Report. I'll decide.
Okay, that's right. Charlie will give you your opinions.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have a whole slew of them, and whichever one you want, I'll give it to you. You can pick from a little hat. And in the hat will be a number of opinions. Most of them will say, "I hate this," and then you move on.
Yeah.
Here's this recording of a lady crying as a man destroys her shop. Pick out of the hat. Here's your opinion. I hate this.
Yeah.
That would be all my.
Be pretty easy to get that one. Yeah,
Chimera. A lot of them would say, "Cringe." Oh.
It would be pretty funny though. I'd wonder how much you could hear in the background. This was when I started my YouTube channel and I was debating if I should. My identity wasn't out. I thought it'd be really funny to make a fake tape, but make the video seem like it's a real one, you know, and have the EQ bars moving or whatever. Figure out how to do that on the computer, set it all up, and have it sound like a 911 call, and then get like my wife to be the female voice, and then I scream and have a tantrum in the background, and nice. You know, and get more and more ridiculous until people realize it's a fake, it's a joke.
Are you guys good actors?
No. Somebody could. That's why I decided not to do it, but it would have been lame if I did. But I think it could be done. If we could get Vaughn, I'm sure he would probably commit to the role. He could do it. I don't know. I don't know.
Skits.
Someone could do it. It'd be funny. Skits.
He and his wife are dramatic-y.
Yeah.
Feeling. They know how to put on a show.
They channel the energy. That's true. Yeah. Let's see. Waid literally trashed a comic store owned by a mixed race couple. Oh yeah, that was the part of it too. She was like, he doesn't care about minorities. He destroyed my business and then did some kind of legal jujitsu to take the business away. Oh, right. I remember that would be worth $20. Not quite 50. What's ORR? in the country it happened. That's
county.
ORR is request some. I don't know what it stands for. what a great channel, huh?
Often ruined rectums.
That's it.
If you eat too much hot stuff, then you have an often ruined rectum the next day.
I like how they ask for your employer name.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's been a problem with me for everything I've done for the past 20 years, because I have no employer.
So I said I'm a journalist.
Thinking, ooh, you clever member of the press, sneaking in the back room with your fedora on. Get your moleskin notebook and jot this down, member of the press.
I've got an EIN number. I'm legit. We'll do Sweet Cast Clint. Oh gosh, I better not do that. It's gonna pop in my address. Yeah, man, I could fill this out. Be honest.
Is honesty really the best policy? Just write in
Make
James,
up a name.
James O'Keefe.
Billy.
And they don't let you say what?
Vanilli. Billy Vanilli? Is that? I work for Sweetcast. I'm a journalist. We're going cheap. Just one $50 one. I cannot attend. No, I'm attending. That's the point. Attendee's name? Me. I'm not really gonna do this. Anyway, it would be fun.
I'm starting to think you should.
Please do this and film it. I know. I'm like, can I film it? That's the question. Open record request. Thank you. That would be good. Do this off screen. I know as my autofill's on yeah, you got a little bit there, but I've got a few in there, so one's right, one's wrong.
Clint, would you do this while wearing glasses and
mustache?
Maybe a fake mustache, even though you've kind of got a mustache. Maybe shave.
Just wear it over.
A wig and a hat and a name tag that says "not my name." Hello, this is not my name.
Would they open it up to questions? I wonder, because that would be fun. Because then you could specifically be like, "Hey, what was that? What was that comic book shop that you threw a fit in and they had to call 911? Or how's the lawsuit going? Or you know what I mean? What does it feel like to make the publisher of Antarctic Press cry? That kind of stuff."
You'd have to be a little sneakier. You can't come in with the hammer up front.
You're right. It would be at the end when
you gotta lead him. You gotta lead him into a box canyon. You know?
Right.
It's also not great to conspire on air
live. But it's fun though.
It'd be like planning your heist in front of the police station, wearing ski masks and holding guns.
Right.
And having the little the stethoscope with the thing, and the other guy's got the code to the safe, and you're sitting there talking in front of police headquarters. When we rob the bank, hello officer. When we rob the bank, we'll go in there, and you drive the getaway car, and you hang out the back door and fire a gun in the air, and I'll yell, "You'll never get me, copper." Understand that? Hello, police officer. No, we're not doing anything yet.
I'll just put straight up. I'll put undercover journalists on here, and then do like Comicsgate as the employer or something like that. It's just straight up. I wonder what would happen though. Is the worst they could do they kick you out, or is there can you get in real trouble for recording it? I mean, I'm not worried about asking a question, but recording, that's what I'd worry about. You'd probably get in trouble. That's my guess. Let's see.
Well, but then there's always the idea of fair use, right? If you're using something to answer or reply or talk about it, there is a fair use clause. So you can play chunks and sort of use it as your argument and response, right? I don't know exactly how that works, especially I'm sure YouTube is ready to bring a hammer down on anybody that doesn't fit their preferred philosophies or whatever.
Well, so the thing I'm thinking though is it might not be a matter of copyright might not be the problem. It might be if it's private and you're recording it, then you have state recording laws. You know what I mean? You have to have consent, two-party consent or whatever to record somebody with, like if you record somebody without their knowledge when it depends if the whole.
But they are broadcasting it, so it's different. It's not.
But is it?
I mean, the show Crank Yankers, they used to call people, and all those Crank Yankers shows would be calls to Nevada because Nevada has no rules about that. So you can call anybody in Nevada and broadcast it.
So
could I the Outback Steakhouse?
Could I drive to Nevada
No
and then
rules,
record?
right.
Eric, you're a lawyer. Tell us what the answer is.
I say do whatever you want. Shoot them all and let God sort them out.
Yes.
Okay.
Do
By
it
shoot,
first.
I mean with the camera.
Oh, okay.
My lawyer in me says I should clarify by shooting, I mean shoot footage with a camera.
Peacefully.
And then by let God sort them out, I mean give the footage to your editor, whose initials are GOD.
Yeah.
Legally speaking, that's my advice.
That's legally. Okay. All right. Yeah.
That was good. That was good lawyerly
You
advice.
totally
right there.
stepped on my plug.
Your
Oh,
plug.
my goodness. Yeah.
Here, I'm going to put you right up top, Eric.
Changed my mind.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. He's in the mug club.
Changed my mind.
What do you want us to change your mind about?
Mohawks.
Oh yeah. Mohawks are lame. Was that it?
DeviantArt is putting the deviant back in DeviantArt. Changed my mind.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Oh, are they all lesbians? Is that what's happening?
It's all furry. All the time.
I tried really hard. So this is the people I watch. I tried to follow anybody that was posting comic book art that but even still, it's like they still shift. Like, oh, they were doing comics, but now they're interested in doing Medusa kissing a frozen head. I don't know if
you should. You need to get some Marco McCagney up there.
Is he on DeviantArt?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, wonder if he's posted. Well,
I've seen him post some Monster MD pages.
I might have him. It's been a while since I've been on here. I'll be honest. It's a bunch of random stuff. That's a pretty.
Yeah. More of an ArtStation guy, but you can't find a lot of great comic book stuff on ArtStation.
There's not really.
There is some good stuff. Kanan's up there and stuff like that, but
that's pretty good. It's out there a little bit, but I was going to talk about networking a little bit, but we actually had fun doing the DNC stuff. So I don't know what to say about networking, but DeviantArt is there, and it actually has worked a couple times. The more I think about it, I like to make fun of it, but I've found like 2 different colorists. I've found an artist, people that actually have done stuff. So
yeah, I've gotten jobs off DeviantArt.
Yeah,
back in the day.
It has been a while, I've got to say.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it called DeviantArt because it will be a deviant from the norm? Is that the point?
Not even sure. I haven't even figured out. They say you can throw llamas or something, like you can gift somebody llamas. I've never figured that out. It's something that they do. I don't know why. I don't understand it.
I believe that's their currency. Like you can buy llamas and then send them to people. I think, but I don't know. I am what you would call a boomer, even though I'm probably as old as DeviantArt now.
You're the original deviant.
I mean, my original DeviantArt account probably goes back to, I don't even know, 2002. Well, I mean, when did it launch? Because I mean, I was in there from the beginning. Let's go to the bastion of all truth on the internet, Wikipedia, and see when DeviantArt launched, not Deviant, rather DeviantArt. It's 20 years old.
It's 20 years
20?
old. Wow.
20 years old. It's almost old enough to drink.
Wow. That's like MySpace old.
Yeah, and like I said, it's been around a long time.
I didn't realize. Dang.
I never had a MySpace page. Am I the only one that could say that?
I've never had it either.
I don't think I did, but I don't remember, honestly, because if I had one, I never used it. It's like my Facebook page and my Tumblr that I had back in the day, and everything, Instagram. I scroll through other people's things, but I don't ever post anything. That's my life.
Why would you not have so much stuff to post?
What would I post?
Well, the drawings and pictures and the paintings. You got so much of that stuff.
I got some of that stuff.
I wonder, I don't know if people are using it or not. I hear that on Instagram, there's a big comic book collecting community, like not so much creator, but collector, where they're buying and selling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Instagram's the place to be for that.
Interesting.
I wonder about getting plugged into that community and seeing how, I don't know if you could pull people over, kind of cross promote, would be interesting. I did post, this is the link to the stream.
Oh no.
Open mic.
I mean, yeah, come on in.
I'm gonna keep it, we'll keep them quick. So I'm not gonna put a timer up or anything, but if you have a book to promote, it's a good time to do so. If you have just something to say, if you are a lawyer and you have lawyerly advice about this virtual conference, anything like that, whatever you want, come in, feel free or not. We'll hang out. We'll have fun anyway. But just so you know,
I was unaware that I know what the word deviant means, but I was unaware the FBI used to use it as an actual way to categorize people until I saw Mindhunter on Netflix. Anybody catch that? And I thought, what? They were really walking around in the hallways saying essentially anything slightly away from the norm would be categorized as a deviant and possible suspect. And I thought, whoa.
I have a bone to pick with Mindhunter.
Ooh, do tell. I've never discussed the show with anyone. It was so good.
They would cold open each episode with Park City, Kansas. I grew up in Park City, Kansas. Believe me, it looks nothing like that.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
They have all these rolling hills, and the one thing they maybe got right is that it was a small town. But there are no hills in Park City, Kansas. I can guarantee you.
They were like, Park City, Kansas, it's a small town. Let's get B-roll footage of small town somewhere in America.
Yeah. They went somewhere.
It was probably Ontario.
Yeah, and there's probably mountains in the background, and I was just too upset at rolling hills on the streets to even look in the background. Other than that, I enjoyed the show.
I have a secondary thing. Did they never pay off that guy who they keep showing in the beginning, the murderer?
BTK?
Am I remembering that wrong?
I didn't
was
watch
he the finale? Okay, now I can't remember. It was so long ago.
I don't know.
I remember watching it thinking, oh my God, this show is so cool.
Yeah.
The big guy, was it Ed or something? Ed Steckley or something? The guy who he kind of became friends with, but then in the end of the first season, hugs him and he passes out.
Mm-hmm.
I love that guy.
It's been a little while since I've seen it, but I enjoyed it.
Making me want to go back and see it again.
I haven't seen it.
K-Manifest.
I was firmly freaked out. I was thoroughly freaked out by the show. Good David Finch stuff.
Spoilers. It's not really.
Sorry, K-Manifest. That wasn't what I said. Wasn't a spoiler.
Yeah, Roland, I posted the link. Feel free. I don't know if you saw it. I'll post it again. Here it is. Open mic. If anyone wants to come, you could promote something. You can give us legal advice. You can. I don't know, what else would you do? Jumping jacks live on air.
I just did movies. I don't want to do jumping jacks.
You can compliment Eric's hair. That's, I think, mandatory. Here we go. This is your boy Roland. Roland, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
We hear you. It's good to finally hear your voice and put it with the comments in chat.
Well, this isn't my actual voice. I'm really good at doing voices.
You're disguising your voice. I love it. Well, we'll go with it. We'll pretend it's your real voice.
Yes, we'll pretend I'm a gentleman from Liverpool or somewhere class.
Nice. You want to join the discussion?
Sure, I don't mind shooting the breeze with you gentlemen for a while.
Very
Excellent.
cool. What are we talking about? Mindhunter? Have you seen Mindhunter?
Never heard of it.
You're not missing anything.
All right. To put into context, I'm under 30 years old, and I have not watched broadcast television in over 5 years.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good because it's on Netflix.
I don't support Netflix.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You're not missing anything, really. I've stopped watching TV too. There's something about it. All at once,
Yeah.
I suddenly got extraordinarily bored. I used to run on the treadmill, and I would run on the treadmill, and I would watch something. Oh, now that I have a treadmill, I can watch stuff. I'll be entertained. And something happened, and I think I blame the zombie show, The Walking Dead. That so many of the shows,
Really?
the first episode is so exciting, and you think, all right, I found a good show. And the second episode is just a flat space of the most boring nonsense you've ever seen, where it's always two characters sitting talking in a room. And they just tricked me again. I watched The Boys and season 2. I watched the first episode and on the treadmill and thought, okay, this will be my treadmill show. This is good. I can do this. And it gets to the second episode, and the whole thing is two people talking quietly in a room, scene to scene, two people talking quietly in a room, then two people talking quietly in a room, and then two people talking quietly in a room. And I just think, I can't run with boring. I mean, so I got so tired and just stopped running and shut it off and got fatter. And then yesterday, or was that 2 days ago, exposed my fat belly to Eric Clinton Vaughn, and they thoroughly laughed at my fatness.
We had to delete the stream. It was just
Oh.
And it's because these shows are so boring that I'm getting
The
fat.
irony of all of this is that up until about 10 minutes ago, this stream was two guys talking quietly in a room.
Yeah, that's right. I know.
I
I'm aware of the irony, Eric.
You guys know what they call those kind of programs, actually? Well,
Tell
two
us.
people just in a room just chatting about nothing, and it's all like really flat angles, and it's supposed to be like, oh, it's a very serious conversation, but it's just two people talking. They call them hallway dramas. Like, the CW superhero shows are full of hallway dramas.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
true.
it's sort of the window dressing is the superhero stuff or the zombies, and then they get you in with one action scene, and then it's just your hallway drama.
That was Arrow for me. At first, I was like, okay, this show could be pretty good, and then it just ended up being they were just recycling the same. They're in the secret hideout talking about drama. That's all it is, right? Hallway drama.
No,
Cool. Your boy
I'm out of
Roland.
loop on Arrow.
Roland, do you have anything else you want? We've got the back room filling up. So, do you have anything else you want to tell us?
Well, I just wanted to mention that I have this project that I've kind of been working on and off for about 2 years now. That I was inspired by organizing an action figure display, and I thought, what would happen if I put these two characters that have never interacted together? And a few months ago, I thought, what if I repurpose the story as an original story? And so I've been working on it on and off again, just kind of doing my first script and just seeing how I can make a book out of it.
All
Okay.
right. Well, you sound like
Cool.
a writer. You know what hallway drama means. Are you a writer?
No, I'm just an idiot who has way too much free time on his hands.
Oh, excellent.
That works. Well,
That's how
very,
Clint
and
got
if you-
started.
that's true. Basically, yeah. You got to start. You got to start somewhere. Well, cool. Roland.
Are you from the UK or is that the disguise?
No, let's just say I'm from the land of freedom and cheeseburgers.
Freedom and cheeseburgers? Okay, then you're here with us.
He must mean
Then-
Australia then. I
Nice
think.
disguise because you did lapse into Australian there. If
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Well, Roland, it was great to have you on. We'll have to do it again sometime. I'm going to give some of these other
And while
guys
you're
a
down
turn,
there,
though.
don't try and shoot Rob Replicator, because even if you try to assassinate him, it'll just bounce right off the mohawk. That thing's iron.
Love it. Well, thanks, Roland. Appreciate having you on. We'll have to do open mic again and have you on, or when your project's ready and we're promoting it. Get on and promote it.
We'll see about that. Right now, it's more so just kind of an abstraction, just something that's more of an ambition than an actual project right now.
That's fair. Well, very cool. Good to talk to you. We'll cut you off here, and then we'll get in the next guest.
All right. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers. Nice to meet you, dude.
All right.
Cheers.
I could have kept listening to him talk, trying to decide if the accent was the put on or he was from Kentucky.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello, it's J. Michael. Welcome.
Hey, I'm actually the Christian nomad in your chat right now talking. So,
all right.
Is my mic okay? Because the cat's up here messing with it.
You sound good.
Great.
Very clear, actually.
Okay, good. The cat's trying to purr into it right now, and I'm trying to push her aside.
Nice. Do you have any advice, lawyerly advice? Anything to promote?
Well, on what state is the thing in on the single party consent? Because I actually have a printout because I used to do a radio show where we would call people, and I actually have a printout of what states allow it and what don't, so I could actually look at it and just tell you.
Wouldn't it matter about each individual person on the stream?
No,
it'll matter where it's coming from and what state what state it originates, like who's hosting it, and then whoever is where you're at. Those are the two.
Are you sure
need to worry about.
It's not a call-in show. They're broadcasting themselves. That's totally different.
But it's private though. Right?
Yeah, but it's an invitation only type of thing where you have to, request. So there still is a single party issue there.
So I'm guessing because they have like basically every state here listed, but Mark Waid in particular is going to be from California. So
California is two-party consent.
It is a political event, though.
Would
that matter that it's a political event? Shouldn't we have access? I don't know.
Do they have, that Hillary Clinton had her speeches leaked?
Well, political parties are actually secret parties, believe it or not. They're not public. You can claim to be like a Democrat or Republican. They don't have to let you in to their party. It is a party. So, like,
it's not
I'd rather join the Shriners. I'll join the Shriners. I'll get.
But yeah, there's only a couple of them that aren't two-party consent. Really, it's like California, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Florida, Maryland. Like that's pretty much it. But yeah, I mean, I would do it honestly. What's the worst they do? Oh, you got to take it down. Okay, take it down. Because it would be almost impossible to sue you.
What if I put my name in as undercover journalist?
Especially because if you're from Utah, you could just say, well, my state accepts it. So,
is it single party consent here in Utah?
Yeah, Utah is single party consent.
Oh.
I'm gonna go around recording people.
Yeah, I actually know somebody who lives in Nevada who crosses into Utah to do prank phone calls and post them because that way, as long as he's across state line, he's safe.
I love that. We're pro prank phone calls around here.
Yeah, oddly enough, it used to be a dry state, but you could always prank people.
Yeah, you're just gonna be sober while you do it,
right?
Unless you go through some loopholes. Very cool. Well, thanks. That's really helpful. J. Michael, do you have any YouTube channel or anything to promote?
The big thing I'm just doing now is that I have a comic book coming up. It's a couple of months away because I want to get pretty much finished before I actually do anything. And I'm collecting emails on a Indiegogo sign-up page. So MickeySpade.com, MickeySpade.com takes you there, or put Mickey Spade in Indiegogo. So yeah, MickeySpade.com.
Okay. This is it.
Yeah, and it's a black and white noir film from book, but it's going to be exactly like the old 40s detective, like the spicy detective, crimes of, women sort of thing that are like, where it's just this, it's going to be right from the era, very pulpy, very, some things are going to be a little camp. There's, it's not, believe it or not, even though there's a gunshot to the head in the one shot, it's not a bunch of gore. It's a lot more, I just kind of drew it because I could. I'm not a very good artist, honestly, but I can do certain things.
The same as Sam Spade. Sam Spade.
That's where he gets his name from. Mickey is from another well-known detective from the Mickey Spillane. I'd take it from Mickey Spillane because he has Mike Hammer, and Spade for Sam Spade. Yeah. And so the first one, I got multiple books I can do. And the first one is Mickey Spade and the Five Dames. It's a guy that he's looking for the runaway teenage daughter of a rich family. And it's set in Cleveland, Ohio, because I'm from Cleveland. So, and he ends up like sort of falling into it connects to some of the mafia things that are going on. And he ends up meeting and having to deal with it's basically a rich woman and her 4 daughters. So it's 5 dames, and he has to kind of work his way through it. It's going to be pretty well thought out, pretty well put together. I've rewritten the script 100 times. So it's,
Nice.
but yeah, and it's going to be very, like I said, anybody who likes the old school pulp, where it's not going to be a lot of worry about, is the story, convoluted or not. It's going to be very straightforward, very,
Dude.
yeah.
The most classic movie. What's it's the one with Bogart and Bacall.
Yeah, The Big Sleep.
Is it The Big Sleep? It's so convoluted. I watched it 7,000 times.
Yeah,
and it was after the 7,000th time because I watch it because I enjoy it. But no matter how many times I watch it, I always think, wait a minute, what was the point of that scene? Why would they?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. It's just so good. And then, I don't know if they did it on purpose, The Big Sleep. Then The Big Lebowski is my favorite. That too, that movie, the first 5 times I watched it, granted, one of the first times, or the first 2 times I was high, I couldn't follow the plot. I was just lost. And I realized, oh wait, The Big Sleep, The Big Lebowski, these are just, it's okay to be lost.
Right. Well, Raymond Chandler, who wrote it, was a raving drunk. And he would never, only thing he ever knew was what the ending was. And he would just write from beginning to end with no plot, with no nothing. And he would just write it. And he actually wrote the book. And the book is even more confusing than the movie is.
Is it
but
really?
There are literally 3 deaths in the book that are never explained in the end as to why they happen. And Faulkner, when he was writing the screenplay for the Big Sleep, actually called him up and was like, okay, the very first person who dies in the cab in the very beginning, who killed him? And Raymond Chandler was furious. He screamed and he was like, you should know, it should be obvious. He slams his phone down. And then he took the book out and started reading it. He read the book and called Faulkner back up and he apologized. He said, I have to be honest with you, I have no idea. So the reason why in the movie the first person killed is never addressed again is because they couldn't figure out who it would have been.
And yet what's so strange is it's confusing, and I watched that movie over and over. When he goes into the library, not the library, the bookstore that's across the street from the other bookstore, and he talks to that chick, it's sparkling. That is such a good scene. The whole movie is just incredible scene. It's so good, it doesn't even need to hang together. It's just incredible.
Well, it also had the dialogue is so witty and snappy, and just even that, like there are lines in there where there's a female cab driver, and she's kind of flirting with him, and he's like, hey babe, when do you get off? And she goes, about an hour after I get out here. So it's
the whole thing. It's so good.
Yeah, it was edgy dialogue.
Clint, Eric, do you guys know what we're talking about? Have you seen it?
I've not seen it.
Sleep?
It's a great movie.
Watch The Big Sleep. Get some sort of a Humphrey Bogart pack of movies that are out there and see The Big Sleep, The Maltese Falcon. I don't know what else do you think?
Yeah,
Michael, James.
To be honest with you, with Humphrey Bogart, pretty much anything. But of course, he made, and I'm blanking on the name of it, that Dark Passage.
Yeah. That one's where he's hurt.
Yeah,
and
Key Largo, one of the greatest.
Key Largo.
Come
Yeah.
on, can we go?
That's the fourth.
Baby, why don't we go?
Baby, why don't we go?
To Have and To Have Not. That's the first time him and Bacall were on screen. She was only like 18 years old, and he was like 44.
40. They got married.
Yeah.
2 years after that, right? And
yeah.
People didn't care back. That was the way it was. I had an aunt who, when she was 16 or 15, fell in love with the family's music teacher. They were what age? And so she was 16 and he was 32. And she told, this is her story to me now, when she was 96, telling me this story, that when she was 16, she used to meet him in the city and they would have a root beer float. And I was always thinking, is that code?
Yeah, it's code.
Yeah, Aunt Mary, you guys are going in the hotel and knocking off a nooner.
They went to
your fake names.
To the soda jerk.
Yeah. I had an uncle that would talk about going and getting what do they call that? An egg cream, where it's like root beer with milk in it. And that was basically his code for, he had a woman who worked at the at the restaurant. He'd go in there and order an egg cream. And then she'd be like, I'm taking a break.
Oh gosh. Well,
he didn't know, or he did know.
The code. J. Michael, is great to talk to you. We got to get through. We got a lot of people coming in.
Oh, absolutely, man. Everybody. Yeah, thank you so much.
Appreciate you coming on. And then Mickey, Spade, and the 5 games will be launching in the future. So I did post the links. Very cool. Great to talk to you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for the time.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
All right. Next guest here. We have Is this Identity Crisis?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Sound good. How are you doing?
I do. Okay. All right. I'm on lunch.
Oh, good.
What up, Dave? Did you quit yet?
What's that?
You didn't quit yet?
Yeah, no, I didn't quit yet. The benefits are too good. But I didn't know how many people were in line. I was like going through the drive-thru. I'm like, this is exactly when they're going to bring me on, right when I'm about to order my number 5.
Oh, if you have to order, we'll switch it out and we'll put
No,
it back
we want to
in.
hear. We want to hear.
No, I'm done. I already ate. I was listening to that last cat that was on there. That book sounds exciting. And in case he's still listening, I'm sure he might even be aware of this, but LibriVox has a bunch of old Richard Diamond detective serials that you can just listen to for free, old radio shows of exactly that kind of stuff. It's
I never thought of that. On YouTube?
Yeah.
Old radio show on YouTube?
No, it's on LibriVox. It's like free stuff. It's odd because you'll hear like a really good book that you want to listen to, but it's read by somebody with a really heavy accent. But these are the actual old recordings of the radio shows. Those are like Mickey Spillane type stuff. But Richard Diamond is the one. And it'd be something like, I was just thinking, that guy sitting there drawing his comic book. To have that on in the background would be some real nice atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
But
set the right tone.
Now.
Exactly. Yeah, with all like the sound effects and they're like when you watch it in radio days, it's just a bunch of people there in the studio that are walking on sandpaper to get that sound of what it sounds like to walk outside on the concrete.
Yeah.
There's no real gunshot. You just have it's the theater of the mind,
That would be a fun medium to work in, huh? A Foley artist, is what they're called?
It's kind of like this because you can't see me.
Yeah, you could
I am right now in the theater of your mind.
It's true. You could be banging together coconuts right now, and we would think you're on a horse. Do you have a comic?
I don't know, Mickey.
I know you wanted.
Well, there's the one that I was talking to you about, and while I started working, I've had this idea for like a long time. And I've been doing custom paint for so long that I've been trying to get away from it because the overhead is really high. It's you spend a lot on chemicals and paint booths and stuff, and it's not something that I always wanted to do. In fact, I don't know how I got it. I get it. My art career has taken the same path as the opening credits to Forrest Gump. It didn't actually go where I wanted it to, but I did learn a lot about a bunch of stuff, and now I feel like I'd rather just walk downstairs and work. But I do like I've been outlining some stuff, and like I emailed you, Clint, about a writer, and I still need to contact one of the other guys because Vaughn's busy, which is good. But that's it's not in the idea stages. I have drawings and I have art, but I've always I know that I need work to get to the level of like Charlie, where you're super confident in where your blacks are going to go, and composing not just a panel but composing a page to tell a story, so that you have your cliffhanger in the last panel, and then you have your resolution in the first panel of the next page when you turn it over. There's a lot to think about, and it's very, very different than composing a bike, and I'm like, finally I'll be working on something that's flat.
It doesn't make it easier.
Well, yeah, I know, and that's the thing. Like, I taught myself figure drawing, and I did go to art school down here in Pittsburgh, but I picked up an airbrush, and I just fell in love with it, and I don't want to. It would sound arrogant to say that I feel like I've taken it to the extent that I can, or like of the tool, because you can just, there's amazing stuff out there, but if I don't produce a comic book before I die, I'll feel like I missed out on something huge.
Yeah,
I'm not like old. It's just one of those things, maybe it's like a midlife crisis.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
When I was turning 30, I was like, I've been wanting to do this and I haven't. Totally get that.
Right. I mean, I can tell you what the idea. Well, I told you what the idea is. I emailed you.
I've seen your art too. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I have to plug right now is the website that would end up selling some of the stuff that I want to get away from.
Yeah.
But
did you design your logo for ID Crisis?
A couple times. Yeah. I can't alter it here. I'm on my phone when I'm online at. I mean, if I'm just in YouTube, that's one thing, but in StreamYard on my phone, it's different. I've never streamed. This is the first time over the phone. But yeah, I designed that. I've gone through some different design. At first, when I had my business years and years ago, I called it Thick Skin Design because I wanted to, it was like that people are going to be giving you a hard time no matter what you do, and it's just like a reminder not to be so self-conscious. You got to have a thick skin and stuff. And then as soon as I start pinstriping an airbrush on people's bikes and stuff, the first thing they want to know is, do I also do tattoos? I'm like, oh my God, that's the best name for a tattoo shop. So I tried to get away from it. Yeah, and I ended up partnering up with some guys for about 3 years, and then that went the way of most rock and roll bands, just creative differences, and I didn't like the way they were treating the customer base, so I couldn't think of a good name, and I said to my daughter on the way home from a pinstripe convention type thing, and I go, I see all these cool business names, and I'm always suffering from this identity crisis. And it was like, bing, there it is, because if I do decide to do something else, which is a habit of mine, I don't have to change the business name.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
That's good.
You can carry it over. It's kind of like Sweetcast. That's why I did.
Yeah. I was wondering, where did that come from?
It was just a poorly made quick decision, but now it's like it's there forever. So
well, yeah, all the best nicknames are the ones that everybody else gives you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's not the ones that you give yourself.
Right.
Donkey Puncher.
That one, that one just didn't stick for some reason. Well, Identity Crisis is great. Good to talk to you and have you on. I think I've seen your artwork. It looks good. I'm sorry. I've got so much in the works right now that I can't.
Oh no, don't worry about it.
I hope that you reach out to Brian. I did talk to Brian and Vaughn just to say, hey, do you guys mind if I refer people to you? Because you're not the first person to ask, but.
Right. Well, after I talked to Vaughn, I just kind of like stepped back and was sort of like reassessing the interaction, which everything was great. You know, everybody in Comicsgate seems to be very down to earth and nice, but just a couple of things that he said that made me step back and go, all right, I've got how many hours a day to do this? I've got work, and then I've got other projects and responsibilities and stuff. So, you know, I need to be realistic with what I can handle and do a better job of, you know, putting my ducks in a row. So I'll get there.
Yeah. And it's okay to take some time too, for sure. Well, good
just
to talk
before
to
I die. That's all I care about, as long as it's before I die.
Yeah. Don't die.
Don't die. Enjoy it. Make it happen.
Right.
Well,
they'll call me a quitter. Yeah, it was good to talk to you too. How does he look in that coffin? Does he look okay? He looks like a quitter.
He had his pen in his hand, though. He went out trying.
Bury me with my quills. Exactly. All right. I'll let you guys go. I got to go back inside. Thanks for letting me on.
You bet. Great to talk to you. First, I got to recognize, Eric, why does your camera, you've got like this nice bokeh in the background. It's like you have a professional filming you right now. What's going on?
It's okay. I'll tell you my setup. I'll tell you exactly what I do.
Yeah.
First of all, it's got a bit of motion blur. I don't like that. So let me just say that up front. Not a fan of this. Okay. Because I have an RTX graphics card in my computer, I have a program. It's still in beta, but it's NVIDIA Broadcast. It was originally used for cleaning up microphone audio. So like, you can't hear that. Did you hear that clapping?
No.
Yeah, it's supposed to knock all that stuff out. They have progressed into camera work. It's all AI based, so I'm sure China's probably spying on me right now. But I have a let me just.
They don't have to spy on you.
I have what do we call it?
It's live.
Background blur filter that I can turn on and off.
Oh.
For some reason, it's picking up my mic right here. See, it's not blurring that out.
Wow,
it kind of comes in and out, and I can adjust the intensity of it. Or I can just knock it out altogether and replace it with. What can I replace it with? Let's see.
A beach.
Sunny Boca Raton.
That one comic book shop. While we're talking about this, let me let in not the comic book hut. This is Vigilante Williamson.
There you go. Good picture myself.
So you look like an 80s photography session, like your mom took you in to get your photos taken.
A Sears photo.
Yeah, the Sears. They have the picture of you in the background, kind of faded into it. That's nice. I like that a lot. I'm using a potato to film myself, so that explains it.
Well, I don't recommend filming with potatoes.
Yeah, I'll have to work on that.
You can
Vigilante Williamson.
You can use the batteries.
That's
what up, Vigilante Williamson?
That's true.
You look good.
We don't hear you though. I don't. Doesn't look like you're muted, so it's probably over on your end somewhere. First, I thought he was just being like gonna make us wait. It's all good. I know it works because we've had him on. He popped on Saturday for a couple minutes, so still nothing. Nope.
While he's doing that, I run that program through OBS and then through I use that into StreamYard. No
audio.
Nothing.
Yeah, man. It's not muted or anything. Yeah, I gotta do something with my camera. I just thought maybe if I buy a better camera. I've got a light here, but it makes me look pale. Like if I turn it off, my skin looks better.
For $30, I got a desk lamp from Amazon that lets me adjust the warmth of it.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, now we hear you.
There you go.
Okay, I had to switch the settings in the old StreamYard. If for some reason it defaulted, I think it was using my webcam's mic instead of my. I have like an interface.
Oh,
And
I hate it when that
yeah.
happens.
That was. See, I did my intro. No wonder you guys didn't react to my little stupid ass intro.
We thought you were just like being dramatic because the pop filter hides your mouth, so I didn't even know you were talking.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the point because I don't want to, the little secret identity thing. But Vigilante Williamson here with the second episode of Sweetcast that I have appeared on because I was on your closeout episode on Saturday. And
that's right.
Congratulations for Fatal and the success that you've had. It's really inspiring. It's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Crazy ride. And you're doing a YouTube channel. I know we talked about that a bit.
Yeah, I do a YouTube channel, cover pop culture and politics, maybe phasing out the politics, especially after the election. I probably will phase it out a little bit because it's just getting to me mentally, and I just kind of want to focus on I'm still doing like a podcast. I actually did one yesterday. I don't really have a schedule for it, but I'm doing a podcast every so often and trying to clip out kind of the topics I pick up or topics I cover. What I'm going to get into next though is probably reviewing like classic TV and classic movies and stuff that I like just because I like it.
Nice.
So yeah, I really had nothing really to contribute, but you said it was open lines. I'm like, oh, might as well just
no, that's good. This is like we've got a radio station here that just calls it "Hello, yeah, what?" And you get on and say something, and then we say goodbye. But
you ever
do
gone?
Say what?
Have you ever gone on the radio station? Hello, yeah, what?
I should, huh? I should promote Fatal.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you should.
Why wouldn't you? And then say back Battlebrick Road at battlebrickroad.com.
Yeah, I could. I doubt there would be much. I don't know. It couldn't hurt. I should try it. I really should. I don't want to dox you, Vigilante Williamson, but you've got a clue on your hat that tells me you might be from the Detroit area.
Yes, I am a Detroiter. And are you from Ann Arbor or you just went to Michigan?
I just went there. So I lived there for 2 years. I started off in Port Huron, lived up there for a few months.
Really?
I moved down to Detroit. I was on West Grand Boulevard and it was pretty close to the hospital, and I can't remember the road that goes north and south. The big main road. I can't think of the name of it.
I'm bad with streets myself, honestly.
Henry Ford Hospital right downtown there, pretty close to downtown. I lived in Detroit for a while, and then Ann Arbor as well. So it's good times.
Cool. I know.
So
you've got the Detroit thing up there, the Red Wings, and from the other thing, I'm going to guess you are Scottish by that tartan.
No, it's just a cool hat. Even though I'm like you can kind of see is light skinned, I'm actually black, but I am part Irish, so close. I guess
that works.
It's kind of a cool story. Like the Irish guy in my family back in the 10s or whatever just came to this country, married a black woman, and that's how I got here. So pretty cool story.
Nice.
Well done, Irish guy.
Yeah. Good job. Well, great to have you on. I look forward to seeing your YouTube channel grow. That'll be great.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you for letting me promote it.
You bet.
Follow me at Vigilante Williamson. Just search Vigilante Williamson on YouTube. Actually, I think I'm a mod, so I'll just post a link after you.
Post a link. I think people can even click on your name too in the chat, and that'll take them to your YouTube channel. So,
go to my YouTube channel, everybody.
Perfect. Great.
Good name, good hat, cool mask. I like the whole thing.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. All right, we'll get in the next guest here. I'm trying to get better at this. This is my first real one. Jason, Sci-Fi for me. There's a familiar face. How's it going?
I'm good.
Hey,
how are
Jason.
you, gents?
Very good.
Doing good.
I do not have a book.
No book. You
I
do
never
have
have a book. I do. But real quick, if I may, we are this week working on a virtual convention, almost as it were, with a nonprofit that builds costumes for kids in wheelchairs. And I want to see if maybe I could get a real quick minute to plug it, so people know about this group. Okay.
Do you have a link or anything?
I do, and I actually can share a screen if you want to show their website.
That's
is
even
an
better.
outfit. They're based here in Kansas City. It's called Walking and Rolling Costumes, and it is an all volunteer. They've got people all over the country that build costumes for kids with special needs. So if they've got a wheelchair, if they got a walker, they've built all sorts of crazy big costumes. But they've got 3 criteria. They have to be able to fit through a door. They have to have easy access for the kid, and they have to be lightweight because, going in a wheelchair, you add a lot of weight to it. Kids still got to be able to move around. But it's a fantastic outfit, and we've been running their virtual party, as it were, doing different episodes of the different things that they've done, featuring families and talking to volunteers all through the week. And we're going to do a reveal for a brand new costume this coming Sunday. So all this week at 7:00 Central, we're doing different shows. And then on Sunday, we've got a brand new costume we're giving to a kid. I say they. We're basically just kind of in the background pushing the buttons to give them their show, their channel. So,
Nice.
but yeah, they do a lot of good work. Let's see.
Nice.
Here.
So that's Walking and Rolling.
Yeah, and
Oh,
the
that's
website is
Cool.
this.
He
This was the
awesome.
first kid. Now Reese is he's a teenager now. When he was born, he had cancer, and the tumor basically crushed his spine, and he's not able to walk. So he's in a wheelchair.
Oh,
and
man.
when he was a kid, he wanted to dress up as Wall-E. So this was the beginning of it. And as they've
That
gone
is
through,
rad.
they have built all sorts of
That's so cool.
costumes about let me get to the one with the kids, because see some of the other ones they did a well, hang on, I had a
Is it-
plan.
Yeah. Oh, you're good. I've seen some of these online before. I don't know if it's the same organization, but there's some really creative ones.
There are 2 groups that I know about. There's Walking and Rolling, and there's another one. But this is the group. There's another group in California, but they do really, really, really elaborate costumes that are super.
It's Tron.
Oh my god,
That's so cool.
that's
And-
phenomenal.
They've got Arrowhead Stadium is a recent one that they've done. And of
Wow.
course, this kid dressed like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Trying to think where.
That's so cool. It's got a whole stadium there. I love that.
Yeah. I'm trying to see where.
Under about, there was a thing that said photos.
Yes.
Like under news, I
Gallery,
think.
there it
Yeah,
is.
gallery.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, sweet.
There's Paul Rudd. They've done Ant-Man. They've done Poe Dameron's X-Wing. They've done a regular X-Wing. Let's see if we can get this to pull up. Is this?
That's cool. While
I'm
you're
pretty sure I've seen some of these in person because I was at Planet Comic-Con several years in a row.
Yeah.
So
BB-8.
Nice. So while we're looking at these, what's the best way for people to support? Are we looking for donations?
Well, they do have a couple of ways to do that. A lot of it, they're always needing volunteers to help build costumes. They've got a couple of different ways that you could donate. There's a text number that they set up during the virtual party. And then we're broadcasting on our channel live, and then on our 2 Facebook pages and their Facebook page. So you can see the show every night on any of those channels.
Excellent.
that's awesome.
Yeah, this is very cool.
And they do a lot with schools that have STEM programs, because you get into the design and the engineering,
Oh yeah.
creating these things. Because they have, with all of those parameters, a lot of this is, PVC pipe and plastic and foam core and whatnot, but it has to look like something. I mean, they've done a TIE interceptor, and they've done, like Ant-Man and all of these different things, but it has to be recognizable. Of course, they get into that, and the conversations that the students have on, well, it's got to do this, and we have to remember this, and making sure that you can get the kid in and out fairly easily, that figures into it. So it's quite a challenge for some of these costumes.
Excellent. Well, that's a really cool thing. Do we have what's the name of the website, or if you post a link in the private chat?
Yeah,
let me use StreamYard. I'll post a link for everyone to go check this out. Cool cause, and it's seriously the right time of year. So okay, I've got the link here. I'm going to post this in the chat, and yeah, I posted it, and yeah, Leo's saying, yeah, I need to donate to this really cool cause, and it helps kids have a really fun Halloween, and not just them, but it's like everyone around. Everyone benefits from seeing these cool costumes out and about. I love that. So, and then Jason is Sci-Fi for me. Is that the name of your YouTube channel officially? Sci-Fi for me. Very cool. Sci-Fi for me. Jason, great to talk to you.
And just in case you want to share it, I'm leaving it up to you. There is a text code that'll take you to a form if you want to donate, because a couple of people have said that they're interested. So just in case you want to share that. Otherwise, we've got that information on the show.
Okay. Here, I'll copy that as well and pop that into the comments, so you can text this if that's more convenient for you to donate. So excellent.
That's very cool.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for letting me come in and plug a little bit.
You bet. Great to talk to you again. We'll say goodbye. We want to make sure we give everyone a chance here. So
absolutely.
Thanks, Jason.
All right. Talk to you later.
See ya.
Yeah.
Really cool. All right. We have Dan Willis here. Hello,
hey.
Dan.
How are you?
Very
You're my
good. Well,
neighbor to the north. I'm actually down south of you.
okay. Are you in Utah, or how far
Yeah.
south are you talking? Very
Spanish Fork.
cool. All right. Not far at all. Cool.
Not too bad. About an hour drive.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
I actually not a comic guy. I'm a book guy. So I'm a novelist. I've done that for about 20 years. This is.
Oh, sorry. I meant to make you big. That's what I meant to do. I'm sorry about that.
It's like, wow, don't like novels. I read a series called the Arcane Casebook. I've been lurking on here for a while, but I decided to all this talk of noir stuff. How to come in and share. But you can get that on Amazon. My website is danwillisauthor.com. But it's just a basically Sam Spade meets Harry Dresden kind of idea with magic and noir set in 1930s, and it's kind of Earth, but kind of not. Little twist, a lot of fun. But I've been lurking with you guys and some of the others of the comic industry. Boy, I keep thinking, well, I ought to write a comic story. That sounds like fun. So one of these days I might do that. right now I've got a book to publish, but
yeah, it's fun transitioning from novels to comics. Is a little bit of a learning curve, but so worth it. So worth it.
Yeah, I can't tell a short story is my problem. So it's not novel writing and short story writing, completely different skill sets. So I have to learn some new things. But that looks like a lot of fun. So I might come back to you for promote a comic book at some point.
Sounds great.
Nice.
So your book, we can find it on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Amazon is where I'm at.
Great. Dan Willis on Amazon.
Yeah, the Arcane
Clint,
Casebook
when you were
the name of the series.
When you were talking to Brian Christogow, that was an earful of me thinking, oh my goodness, you don't just write, it's just not writing. I couldn't even. I mean, the format is one thing, but the delivery of, I never thought of it like that because I'm an imbecile. I just think in pictures.
Well, I think it's one of those things where there's a lot of rules or like conventional ways that you go about it. And at the same time, there's still some intuition to it. You know what I mean? And you've read a lot of stories, you've seen a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Like, there is definitely a lot of intuition to it, but knowing the rules, just like anything, it is very helpful to know that.
You can always tell when somebody doesn't know how a story goes together versus somebody who does. And the real trick to writing is to tell the story you want to tell in a way that makes sense. And there are rules to that, but most of the people the people who you would know in the writing community break a lot of those rules because they've been through story enough times that they know how to tell a good story. And that's doesn't matter how many rules you break if you tell a good story. So
yeah. I always think of Morpheus in the Matrix. You have to know which rules you could bend and which rules you could break.
There's a lot of truth to that.
And it goes for everything. Yeah.
Yeah, because you've said the same about art too.
Yeah.
Totally true.
It's one of the most important lines when you're thinking about any what's the word uses when they're in the real world, any code and frame for something to work. You develop the vocabulary and then see what you could push out of each framework.
Well, I'm looking forward to your book. I'm always excited to read new stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be really cool. We're making our mark, that's for sure.
Well, you did really well. I was glad to see it.
Well, thank you. Yeah, super fun. Great to see you, Dan. And I don't know if you comment in chat very often. I'm trying to remember if I remember seeing your name. Probably not.
I lurk around. I usually don't comment too much because most of the time I'm working and listening at the same time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But somebody posted Tracy Hickman, who lives in your neck of the woods, and Margaret Weiss recently, as in the news broke today on Bounding into Comics, that they sued Wizards of the Coast for breach of contract because they hired him to do a new Dragonlance series. They wrote 2 books and then they walked away from the deal. So they're suing him for that. So we were discussing that in chat just a little while ago.
Well, hey,
Tracy's actually kind of a mentor of mine. I know him very well, and he's such a great guy.
Make sure you at least unlurk for a few seconds and put the title of your book in chat so people can find it easier on Amazon.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Great to see you, Dan. And that's a good reminder too that we probably see on a given stream maybe 6, 7, 8 people, up to 10 different people chatting, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So
yeah,
I'll be around.
Chat.
Yeah.
Great.
And hit that like button, everybody. I always forget that. Always gotta remember
that.
Yeah. Great. Well,
great talking to you guys.
Thanks for coming on, Dan. Appreciate it. Good to meet you.
Yeah, I'll be back. Read this book.
Thanks, Dan.
Sounds good. Bye. Very cool. All right. Here's a familiar face.
Oh no. Oh.
Hey there, guys. How you doing?
Hello.
Hey man, how's it been? I haven't seen you in a while.
I got freaked out, Eric. I thought you cut your hair for a second. I was like, who's that handsome guy? Oh wait, that's Eric.
It's all here. Yeah, I told you.
Charles, how are you doing?
Yeah, but it's just me.
Not too bad, man. I'm running on fumes. After the final day, I'm still sort of recovering from pushing on the last day. What was that, Saturday?
It's late.
I can't. I'm still not back with it yet. I'm still sort of lagging and.
So you guys, it closed out, or is it in demand, or what?
It's in demand, but we did the last day of the main campaign or whatever. It's like any of those moments where there's some kind of urgency, then it's like we gotta push, and people are back in, and
how did it turn out?
We are let's look at the campaign, but we did very well.
I just came back from a week vacation, so I've been out of the loop for a while, so I need to get caught up on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so we ended the campaign officially. It was 83,216.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now we're 1,000 above that, so we're at 84,269.
You guys are in good shape.
Yeah, doing well. I still think we can hit 100K. Totally doable with in demand. So
yeah, I mean, if you guys look at your graph, I'm sure you guys have the momentum.
Yeah. I think so. Judging by 2 off my other crowdfunding campaigns, just I don't know, percentage wise, how much I made in demand. I think this is absolutely doable. So
yeah, that's awesome. Well, I mean, congrats, because the book is super sexy looking.
Oh yeah, Charlie is
that's the goal at all times. And then the other goal was we didn't even realize, we thought we might pass to Chinu. I mean, coming anywhere near Graham Nolan it's an honor to be mentioned in the same sentence. The first time I talked to him, for 2 days, I was buzzing. Just walking around the house, like, oh my goodness, I was talking to Graham Nolan. And now we passed him, which means we get all of his residuals.
Howard.
We get all of his residual checks now.
Well, and it's like Highlander.
Yes. And I think Clint said we get his house in Florida.
Oh, okay. Well,
so we're knocking on his door. You have to move out. Clint and I are going to live here.
I don't know, man. I think he could probably take both you guys.
I think so. Absolutely.
With
I think
one arm.
he lifts pretty regularly. He's buff.
Yeah.
I've seen the picture of him holding up that fish. He's jacked.
Yeah, he's got like arms like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Arms like Thing.
I've seen him. He posted a random. I don't remember where this was. He posted a random reference photo of himself he took of him holding a gun and like yelling with an angry face, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with him.
I remember that he was like, it was like caption this, or he was like taking it for reference or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
It was really great.
Yeah, he's
your vacation,
a cool
dude.
guy.
Where were you?
Oh, I went to Maryland for a few days.
Nice.
Uh-oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
What's that? You cut out.
Did you? I'm sorry. When you go to Maryland, you got crabs, I'm assuming. Are you okay?
Oh no, I didn't. It was actually it was for my wife's mother's wedding. But it was nice because the initial campaign for Johnny Phantasm wrapped up the weekend before, so it was nice just to kind of go and like decompress for a little bit and not like have like that salesman hat on, just kind of take it off for a second. Although I did do one of the auction nights because it's too much fun like not to miss one of those. But like I just kind of I hopped around Maryland. I went to a bunch of different toy stores. I did a lot of like toy hunting.
Nice.
Bought a lot of toys. It's shameful how many toys I bought.
A grown man and all the toys.
I don't know, man. Like
get?
I just been on like a toy kick recently. Like I can't explain it. I mean, that's why I'm making a Johnny Phantasm toy. I got this little gem here. I'll show you guys this thing. This is a little mask action figure.
Those, I love those.
Yeah. This was the dude that had the bike that turned into a helicopter. But this was like his little solo suit that you could buy, where he had two skis and they turned into like a little helicopter. But yeah, I collect a lot of these mask guys because like masks is like one of my all-time favorite things.
Sweet.
So
Dude,
yeah, I found that,
and they were big. They were big for 6 months and they vanished. What?
Well, I mean, for me they were
the
big.
show was.
Yeah. Well, I think they only had 2 seasons, but it was good. Eric and Clint, do you know what we're talking about?
Mask. I've heard of the mask.
Mask.
That's all I've heard of is the mask, but that didn't look like the mask to me.
No. It was like it was like the same genre as like G.I. Joe and Transformers. It was like right in the middle.
Okay.
It was like their vehicles would turn into other things, So it was like a mix between G.I. Joe and Transformers.
Oh, they combined the best of both worlds.
Yeah. But what was cool about it was the figures were small, so they could make all the vehicles affordable for kids.
And also,
like what you don't know about G.I. Joe is, when G.I. Joe came out, they made very little off the figures. They made their money on like the vehicles.
They were enormous and glorious too.
Yeah, well, like the figures were just basically like glorified advertising for the vehicles because the vehicles is where they made more money. So with Mask, they made every guy came with a vehicle.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that was really small.
There was.
Okay.
The main one was the 16-wheeler that this guy shows up in, and the whole 16-wheeler folds, and it's got rockets coming out of it.
The Rhino,
the greatest toy of all time.
I got it in a toy case. I got it right behind me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah. So this is Johnny Phantasm. I don't know if anyone
let's look at that. You're getting really close to 30K right now. That's great.
That's awesome. So what's changed with Johnny Phantasm in the past 2 months is we kind of did a whole new overhaul of the campaign. We're trying to figure out ways to kind of like keep people interested, and just find new ways of like campaigning. So beforehand, there was a different cover, and there was different cards, and there was different stickers for the first 2 months. And then what we did when we passed the second 2 months was we kind of did like all new merchandise, all new covers, everything. So that like everything right there is what was available the first time around, and then what you just passed is all the stuff that's available now.
Sweet.
It's beautiful looking.
And I appreciate that, guys. And one of the most exciting things about it right now is we got Michael Golden from like G.I. Joe and Nam and Punisher to do that cover right there. That's a new cover for us.
Nice.
I'm not sure if the dressing is going to be like that. So Eric, don't judge me on the lettering.
There's a negative space in there, but that's okay.
I got it when I was on vacation, and I kind of did it on my iPad real quick just to kind of get it up.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get in there and kind of like I might put the Johnny Phantasm behind the blasts a little bit. So like those blasts that are coming out of the Uzi are kind of overlapping.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna mess around with it, but I had to put something up. So, but yeah, this is interesting. Michael Golden again. Like I loved his stuff in G.I. Joe in the '80s, and it's interesting seeing him do something like completely a computer. Now that's my cover right there. That was available for the first 2 months. Now you guys, Clint and Eric, don't see what me and Charles sees in the red car. Like there was a red car. There was
Back
a red
to the
car.
Future?
Well, Back to the Future, but the red car with the wings being opened, there was a vehicle and mask that did that, and it would fly.
Oh, it's got the DeLorean doors, but they double as wings.
Yeah. And mask, it was a Camaro. I mean,
did you ever work? Did you ever work as a tattoo artist?
No, I actually I apprenticed for a little while, and I have a machine and everything. Okay. I like getting them, and I think I would be pretty good at it, but I'm just like an illustrator at heart. I like dealing with like making multiples of things. There's something like I get the whole like doing a painting on someone and it's there forever. But I'm into like printing and making stuff like glasses and poker chips and shit like that. It's like that. Like that's the stuff that kind of gets me off.
And this Cecil card, I love that.
It's hard to tell, but he actually has a hit of acid on his tongue.
He's got DMT, vodka, cranberry.
Oh,
that's funny.
Speaking of Cecil, did you see the photo he posted earlier today?
The photo he posted
was him as a kid and him grown up. Let me show you.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I saw one with him and a pumpkin.
He posted. Hold on, let me open this up in a separate window.
Okay.
And
we're not
Patrick,
going
have you ever tattooed yourself? You have the machine. Have you ever?
Yes.
Nice. What'd you do?
Just to see what it feels like, like when you're doing it, I think everyone that has a tattoo machine has fucking done that. Like if I left a tattoo machine in any of your guys' house for like a year, I guarantee I'd come back and someone would have like a line, at least a line. I don't know about the head, but
and just a dotted line that says "cut here."
Where's streaming? How do I? Here we go. All right, hold on.
Sharing a screen.
Give me a minute here. Hold on. Share screen, share application window.
Eric,
I forgot how to do all this.
Eric, did you get a new camera?
Everybody asked me that. No, it's not a new camera. It's just the setup.
You got a new house.
Yeah, it's weird. It looks like super clear. Like I guess the lighting was bad in your other.
I had terrible lighting at the old house. So this is young Cecil.
Is this really young Cecil?
Yeah, and he was like, "Hey, Photoshop, go nuts with it on Photoshop."
Oh no!
And Cancel Jeremy on Twitter did this. It's so good. Oh man, yeah, back and forth there.
That is so good.
Oh man.
Holy smokes.
That's a pretty good Photoshop job too.
Yeah, it
That's a nice mashup.
That's creepy.
I love it. We're not going to go for too much longer.
Face.
So I'm just going to add, this is our last guest, the Mighty Flog, and Patrick will just keep you on too.
Okay, cool.
The Mighty Flog, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm last, I guess.
For now, nobody else come on. We're going to end. But
I'm the
yes.
man. No, I just want to thank you guys. Been following your podcast just recently. I'm trying to get into comics myself. And yeah, so I've just been following you guys, been catching up on y'all's little podcast every week. Yeah, just kind of like that. It's been a lot of fun listening to you.
Great. Well, we're glad to have you.
It is fun.
Yeah.
So I do have a question for you guys.
Don't try.
What's that? Oh no, I'm on page 51 of 64. So
Wow.
my first comic actually 64 pages. So we're gonna try to start promoting that pretty soon. And that's why I was wondering about you guys. Do you guys ever use like the promoters and stuff like that? Because people have been talking about using promoters, pay them to do the Kickstarters for you or with you, or
No.
No.
I've talked to people that have, and they've said it's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I talked to two different people that did it in the board game world, though not comics. But honestly, your money is going to be better spent on art. Like if it sounds like you're doing the art yourself, but if you get a variant cover or a pinup, things like that, paying artists that people know of, and get them to do pieces to put in there, that's where I would spend my money personally, as opposed to that. And then, just getting a presence out there, build up your pre-launch page or mailing list, however you want to do it, but getting email addresses collected from people that are interested in your book. And don't make it a surprise. Make sure everyone knows it's coming and they're seeing your project well in advance. Those are my quick ones.
I did 2 years for Battle Brick Road, so
wow.
you know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get in trouble for my second book because I'm working on one. That one's almost done. Second book, I've shared with some people, and they kind of freaked out about the theme of it. So we'll see if that one will get me more money. Well, it's called Make Hitler Great Again. So it's a satirical book, but basically there's a Hitler who's created the perfect SJW style world. And then he discovers there's multiple universes, and every universe he's the bad guy. And he wants to go through each universe to destroy all the other Hitlers. But then in the interim, realizes he's actually a bad guy as well. And his people in his world discover, hey, this guy's not as good as he thinks he is, you know? So he's basically become everything that he hates in the first place. So it's kind of like a satire book. But I told some people about it, and some people were like, I want to publish that now. And other people were like, don't tell me about that book ever again.
That's going to be a hard sell.
Normally, I tell people to go to Indiegogo, but in your case, I think you should take it straight to Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And just
See that.
Climb right on board.
I told about it at a publisher in France when I was visiting France, and they loved it. They're like, please do it. I'm going to sell that book in our store right now if you do it, you know. And I showed some of the artwork and stuff like that. So
did you write down his information?
What's that? Yeah. I have all that information.
I would contact him.
They told me in France, if you put a swastika on a book, it actually sells 10 times better. I'm like, what? You guys are crazy. They like the history stuff, I guess.
I should have Flying Fortress in France then.
Yeah, no, I visited a couple of the stores over there, and they have amazing comic book stores. Amazing. Everything's hardcover though. They love hardcover books. And but yeah, I told them about that, and the publisher's like, hey, whenever you're ready, there's some stores right here. They all liked it, so I'm going to be translating it to French first. That one, see how that flies.
Yeah, there is kind of like a tradition in France too, with sort of the provocative comic stuff. I think of like Charlie Hebdo, and you know what I mean. Like, there's a bit of a tradition of that. So yeah.
It's interesting. I worked on a book called Time Grunts for Caliber Comics, which was about time traveling Nazis. But the Nazis were clearly the bad guys, and there was a group of Dirty Dozen that were chasing after them in time, kind of like time bandits. But like Dirty Dozen mixed in with Inglorious Bastards, mixed in with like Time Bandits. And like the book was good. It's just the artist did like a silhouette of Hitler on the front as part of the artwork as a montage, and like people just would not buy it. You know, it was like there was like monsters inside of the silhouette.
Yeah,
but people just like were not into it, and it was just hard to get stores to want to put that on their shelves.
Yeah,
that's so clearly the villain.
Yeah.
Well, like, I mean, I would just say steer away from any type of imagery that might rub anyone like the wrong way.
Yeah, and so it's just it's a crazy high concept, satire, kind of like JoJo. I don't know if y'all see that movie JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo.
Yeah, kind of like that. But this Hitler has the power of Thor, and he goes to other universes. There's a dinosaur Hitler. There's a female Hitler. There's a zombie Hitler. There's a perfect
zombie Hitler.
Each one represents a sin, one of the 7 deadly sins. One of them represents a sin, and he represents.
You should have like a comedian Hitler too. You know, where he's like Seinfeld. He's got like his own show.
Well, wasn't there a sitcom in the 90s or 2000s called That's My Hitler? And it was like him and Ava Braun, and it had like 2 episodes, and they canceled it.
Yeah.
I remember That's My Bush.
There was something like that, but it was Hitler.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But I haven't decided if I'm going to run with that one just yet. So.
Yeah.
The first one's
right.
PG, it's just about a monster girl, nothing much,
I like that one.
It's called Heil Honey, I'm Home, and it had 1 episode.
Oh, that's funny. Well, the Mighty Flog sounds good. I'm interested to see when you launch.
I want to see those.
Good luck to you. That'd be great. So
thank you guys.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on the stream.
No problem. Take care.
Talk to you later. All right. Well, I think this went an hour longer than I had expected, than I wanted it to. That's what happens when you do an open mic. So it was still fun.
Pretty cool though. I like that.
Yeah.
Clint, why don't you ever have your video game on in the background when you're on?
I should. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think of it. Just
like every time I see it, it's the one thing I see. I'm like, turn that thing on.
No, I'll do it next time. I'll have it on, and I'll just turn the volume down, and then you can see the animations running. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Honestly, I actually kind of want to hear it.
Oh, you want to hear it too? So I'll be like,
a little ambient noise back there. It might be kind of cool, like we're in the arcade with you.
Yeah, that's true. We could try it out. When my kids will come in here sometimes, because this is my office and I'm working, and they'll come in and start playing it. It's like it can get really loud. So it's fun when you're playing it, but when you're not, it gets really distracting. But it's really cool though. It's fun. I'll have it on next time. That's a promise.
All right,
cool. All right, thanks guys. We're gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna be hitting those regular videos hard because I want to grow the channel. So appreciate everyone for tuning in, and we'll definitely, I think the open mic thing, we're gonna have to do that maybe like once a month or something. I think it'd be fun to do. So yeah, for sure. All right, thanks everyone, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.